is Iluminada Seguido one more time. Today we're going to bring the fruit out of my ginger wine. We're going to siphon it and we're going to put the extra 2 gallons to make 5 gallons of the liquid, okay? Plus 4 and 4, that means 8 cups of sugar. I already boiled my water and I got my sugar diluted in there and it's room temperature, so it will not affect the fermentation. I'm going to start by, remember, every time you're going to do anything with the wine, you got to remove the airlock. I'm going to save the airlock here. I covered this one because I noticed that even this container, it has a lot of light inside, so you want to be, the mash have to be in a dark place. Since I do everything in my kitchen and I have a lot of light, I just cover it with a old black t-shirt and it works just fine. Okay. Ooh, the smell is kind of pungent, but that is normal. I'm going to see, I already sterilized my second stage container and everything that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to put my hands in this water because I'm going to put my hands inside the bucket. This is the water that already have the sterilizing chemical on it. Woo! I'm going to grab the bag. Oh, this is the fun part. I'm going to squeeze a little the fruit. Remember that we added to the ginger some fruits, raisins. I'm going to put these fruits. A lot of people do things with the fruits, I don't. I'm going to put this inside the sink because it'll be easier for me to bring it up on top of the counter when I'm through with it. So I'm going to add, it's about 2 more gallons of water, boiled water, room temperature, with the 8 cups of sugar. Put this here. I'm going to bring the container. Make sure that this is closed. A siphon. And I'm going to start siphoning these to the second stage container. Now you're going to notice it's a lot of bubbles because the fermentation is really going in there. So while this wine is siphoning, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the history of ginger. The ancient Indians, this is all I'm going to be talking is BC, okay? The ancient Indians, they used to use ginger for cooking and to preserve foods. They also believed that ginger was a holy plant, so they use it when they have their ceremonials preparation for the religious offering to the gods. They used to scrunch a lot of garlic and onions, and that was such a smell that after that they used to eat lots of ginger because the ginger has like a sweet smelling flavor, not to offend the gods. They used this as a spiritual and physical cleansing. Ginger was very important for them. Also, the Chinese, the Pentao Shin is English translation is the classic of herbs. Was written by the Emperor Shenun around 3000 BC. The emperor used to go early in the morning to collect all kinds of plants, and he used to test that in himself, okay, to find medical plants that have medical properties. So that one day he tested a plant that was very poisonous and he died. But we owe to Shen Nun. He probably was one of the first scientists. That was 3,000 years ago, even before Jesus Christ. Later on, with time, Chinese sailors find out by chewing ginger, they didn't have motion sickness. And they start using that for as a cleanser when they have problems with their kidneys too. So everything was find out by trying and error. Okay, now I'm going to, you see it has a little residuals of the fruit. I'm going to clean it. Clean it, put it back there, and continue the siphoning process. Okay, the Chinese used to cut ginger, fresh ginger, and put it near the plates where they were eating shellfish, because they discovered that it's good for shellfish poisoning. So the tradition was continue for even today. You go to a Chinese restaurant and sometimes you have fresh ginger. And later on, the Japanese adopted the same tradition. Japanese have a lot of ginger. They use fresh ginger in most every meal, especially sushi. We're gonna keep the process here. Also, with time, the ancient Greeks find out that ginger has a very good property for digesting proteins. So every time they have a big meal, they used to eat ginger. So they came about to wrapping ginger in the flour that they are making the bread, and they used to bake the bread with the ginger. With time, they discovered that they can add sugar, and they started making like a sweet bread. That's actually the great-great-great-great-grandmother of gingerbread. Okay, wait, this is still siphoning. Okay. Ginger was known all over Europe, and those even, I'm talking about BC time. The Romans used ginger to make ginger tea. They drink ginger tea after every meal. Romans used to eat a lot of meat, and they were like, used to eat like pigs, so they used to drink ginger tea for digestion purposes. And they discovered that it was good for motion sickness. So pregnant women start drinking ginger tea for the morning sickness. During the Roman, after the Roman fall, ginger was very scarce in Europe. So only the elite had you know, availability to get ginger was very, very expensive. But later on, ginger is spread all over. So it's a lot of use that ginger has today. Some of the older believe that the medical properties of ginger, they're still real today. They make medicine with the ginger. As a matter of fact, a couple of studies have demonstrated that ginger is better for motion sickness than Dramamine. That's in a lot of herbal books. So today you can use it for colds and flus. Some you know, holistic doctors prescribe it for arthritis and to prevent heart disease and stroke. So, but if you want to know more about, because I'm just telling you briefly from my head things, go to the library and get any book that is an herbal medicine book, and you will read about it. I recommend one that is called The Healing of Herbs by Michael Castleman. Actually, I have 2 editions of that book because it's not only ginger. You'd be surprised how many spices that you have in your cabinet in the kitchen they have medical properties, things that you can use. Okay, now finish the siphoning of this. Just going to get this out of the way to be cleaned later. Going to cover. Now we're going to bring this up on top of the counter. I'm going to need help. We're going to attach the airlock. Remember, water just halfway. This is supposed to be coming up and down. You're going to see that this is going to continue the fermentation for maybe from 2 to 3 weeks. You measure, you get your hydrometer, get some of the liquid from there. About halfway you put the of liquid. Then you're going to be checking the specific gravity, the 4 numbers. Hydrometer is supposed to go almost all the way down to 1000. When it gets to 1.000 is when you have to siphon your wine again. And then you wait 2 or 3 months until it's completely clear. Oh, it's really tight. Okay, I'm going to cover it so we continue the fermentation. Then I'll see you in 2 weeks.